members of Gongma, Muslim to the Jire Gongma, home Banga, so to the Katamata. Masamaya Sato, but the Soto Samaya Manubala, but the Sotan of the Rendro. Sotogamba, the other members of Gongma, so the Mevas, Sakama system, the Jire Goro. Now, Banga, so the Katamata, the Batimba, Masamaya Sato. Benzo Soto Samaya Manubala, but the Sotan of the Rendro, so Sakya system to the Jire Gongma, Banga, so the Katamata, the Batim. Masamaya Sato, Gawadi, Nurdo, Jisamba, Trichen, Roachiyam. Te Salaga Barasho, Gawadi, Yoga, Sana Iselejo, Tambanigo, Barasho. Tatari, Nanzu Tatone, and Return Maloma Jimenjananda. Pube Kagoche to Siayi, Tinde in the Janet, the sensing Nanga Tower or Nelia, some Jesse delayation share the subject to, and Tanda do you name the Jambulions, Zobal Chapche, Mitawa or Kanga Simbo Yunguore, and Lava the Jagana, and Tanda, Kaso Rimbatmas, Nibaji Chache, that under never Mambushi. You're the Yushin Parisha, today in the Zane, that the day you couple a case should be, and that assembly Shenanda Nanda, the day Majib says, Samba Hurus and Doga, the case of Musurisha. Kais and the Samba Hulu Majabaina, and the Naza Dur to Gorilla, T. Gembe, and the Mindeva Manguchi Yoyagi. Nyanga yor, Satan today in the case should be Samba Hurus and their gratification Bushirarisha, and the kinds and a Shivala Sumbare, Kadijos Yunan, Tela Mega Chachik, Kadijos Man and Tela Mega Chachi Pens and Sumbare, and Anzola Tapsi Mambo Yuna, Tapsi Yunan, Tapsi Yushin, the thing on the same day Shiguay Yomare, Tapsi Mambo Yore, and Gongo Kapjaya Yore. Mensaya yore, Pemensaya yore, Nataya yore, Sumbataya yore, Lasoba, Tamsi, Mambusi yore, Tindi, and Semde Shakoyagi, Jumzen Yomare. And the Kade Tapsi, Mavaji Chava Yinani, and the Semde Cheni Pay Yomar, Susu Mileda, Kade Salayata, to see there the Tangayina, to the scene there. Taduina to Strare, Mato Telia, and some day shaving pair Kaya Yomare. Today in this and the same day, Majiva, so simply Hurish and the gratification which Radesha. And Teda Shabji do indicate Shizilea, the Kasurda, Chidata, Tajishiva, Nashiri, Anzul Jimanda, Rimjoda, Chitapse, Naso, Shia Mango Yore, the inner case should. In the Simji Sambushiko, the Pemasication, Shembangi Sem, Susuchigo, Dewatunga, Salamadam, Nang Simjan, the Doze Tamalo, Jiri Simjan, the Doze Tamalo, Chaberto and Tangaranzo, the Jao Yungeta, Chile Yuvegi, Mi Chembe, Kanda, Simjangi, Riscuba. Tamjilaya and the Pembe Sambako and Kunilonga, the vacation Buddha. Pembe Sambakaji Yuvaina and the Karine, Neda Naza Dunga, Kane, Koran Singipa, Shidra Yunguyore. Today in the Pembe Sambaka, the best case in Bushira de Yore, and the children of Chanjugi Sim said, Simjan Tamje Dungele Javada, Simjan Tamje Devalokoya, Tendegi Chedu, and the Kashore, Nabathaji Mazoba Sanji, Komaran Buchineja, Tonga Tobarsha, Tomnejan, he said in the Tanda de Tajidulamachi Jana Shugu, Samba, and the tension the Samba Kuno and the Kirguada, Chapchi do it in Kashore. 대체 되는 가서보다 군주기 좀 봐이나야 되네. 지 가서보다 룽아 있으면 간다. 지 규배권에 쉬고야로서 어디에出신도 전에 근데 쉬고야 베케이션 버리디 요래 자산들의 인도전 대신도 하게 나라나스 쉬어yin 엔딩에 다 다른데 자도네 시디가는 미 망고지 통구여 버진다 인지나래 durduji shugi. So today online that I'm giving the Goddess Parnashavari initiation and also Vajrakilaya Kako blessings. And so everyone, those who participate, that I would like to extend my very warm greetings and best wishes to everybody. And so now at the moment throughout the world that we are having the pandemic, very serious problem throughout the world, and so many people have already passed and so many people are suffering. And in India also we have the kind of second wave of the pandemic, and so many people are having so much problems. So during this crisis, the main thing is that we must relax and should not worry. If we worry in a kind of desperate situation, then everything makes it worse. So therefore, there's no need to worry, because as Shanti Deva said, if there's something that we can prevent, if we can do something, then there's no need to worry. If it is something that we beyond our control, then we could not. There's no it will not help by worrying. So therefore, it is very important. Main thing is to relax and have a altruistic mind. If we think about our own selfish thoughts, our own personal well-being alone, then it will not benefit. If we have to think about all sentient beings, at least those who are surrounding us, the human beings and animals, that everyone, we have to care about their well-being, their suffering, their well-being, and then that will definitely help, because the benefit, the altruistic mind is very, very important. And it is the source of all the happiness and benefit. And so therefore, and especially when you are receiving this initiation, that it is very important to have the right motivation. And the motivation should be for the benefit of all sentient beings, as wide as space, that one must attain the full enlightenment. And in order to attain enlightenment, that you are receiving this initiation, and after receiving this initiation, that one will diligently practice the Bodhisattva's way of life, and as much as possible. So if you have such a thought, just by having such a thought itself, it will benefit us immensely. And then also with the right conduct, physically sitting in respectful form, verbally in silence, and mentally in concentrating on each and every word of the initiations. And so now the initiation that I'm giving is from the collection of sadhanas. Collection of sadhana was one of the Tibet's greatest translator, Pari Lodzawa Rinchen Thakpa, who traveled all the way from Tibet to India, and he consulted many great masters, and he received enormous sadhanas and initiations. And later that he compiled them together and is known as like Druptab Gyatsa, or 100 sadhanas, or collection of sadhanas. And so from this has many different deities. So out of that, I'm taking out the Parnashavari, goddess Parnashavari. The goddess Parnashavari is specifically to pacify the pandemics. It's very powerful. Olden times in Tibet, we don't have the vaccines or allopathic medicines, so it's difficult to control the pandemics. So the only way to prevent the pandemic is through this ritual. Olden times in this great Sakya monastery, the monks when you have such a situation, the monks gather together and they do this ritual, and it is very effective, and very and with that, it clears all the. There are many wonderful stories that when you do this, they do bathing rituals, they bless the water, and this water will bath the very special statues, and then these statues will get the pandemic, and then these statues, water will be distributed. It is like a vaccine. It is used like a vaccine, because then when the statues get the pimples and symptoms, and then you get the bathing ritual, and this water is then distributed among the people, and then it clears. It's just like old kind of way of doing the vaccines, and it's very effective. So therefore, today I decided to offer this initiation, because we are having now great problems, and so to begin the initiation with the right motivation, that the first thing is to make the mental offerings, and then repeating the request lines. Adata di jana puya di tanda druptab jaza, so tanda ngana parilo zawa rinjin chakwa pyone jagale chenga peche, eni jagaga lama mambo temba na, eni chi druptab mambo shu na si, druptab di sama choji di damba di druptab jaza, druptab kundus chene. Oda ti chakwa nan di nale ya talha mambo yore, di nane eni ridro loma choma di tu tense, di tusi di rinji jena tusi pugi yo. Eni di da ridro loma choma di eni jawa kunji bi chundru so eni rimne shiya shedu tene eni chuba nanga che tusi yimbare. Gonma ina nga pyola ina da jingongo ka kapja se no de yo mare de medu ka le de gi neyam chunge kapsu ene ngo sajal hanga sumena le gindi mo chobo choje rijeme phumjo nang ge yore rijeme phumjo nang de kabla dene phumbe chudi ten za chimbo de le kudu so chi de ka ten ka shege ene rimne de shege sheje kululuya buru tende ten tende chaga mabu cha tende shige kabloya dike le kudu sorne tende le kudu sorwe chuchu di in mimang le tamdi kabloya ta ngongo ke kabda jigwa chaga yore kayasana koi yangboji nache digi bete nayam samalo shidwa tende ngoyo nesu chungda shungshimba che tende re shisan tende yinti zane Teleyata Tende Sonda Tring Changa de Loyume Janajma Doyashi Tusi and Tela Tajin Shiba Nashingita Kunlo Chanjugi Sem Taganashi Kunju Gijimba Yina Lunga Isum Kubekone and Sata Vela Sovatata Namjungi Nanju Shuya Kunju Gijimba Lewa Satan Tambo Delia the Mendembuya Desire Data Mendebuya the Soata to see in this and tell Lamata Habela Tamidenia Muguda Dembe Kone Tene Janasam Shue Yondo Mide Mende Shimbu or Ju Ahunje Yonso Tava Wanje Serge Saji Om Benzaregala Che Jare Goyo Gikore Sohonri Jabori Sharali Babo Lo Jambole Nova Chada Mini Nima Da Ladami Bajubish Mazawa Meva Dinin Dusun Sanye Tamji Jingo Sume Bande Lamat Shuve Yondo Urjo Dujendo Dundu Shene Shinje Lado So Tedra Menevene Medoda Je Tamjane Soa Deva Dijende Lensumze Tusun Sanje Tamje Dang Sabahlai Ngoni Bandela Me Kadinji Dala Jenan Zaduso Tusun Sanje Tamje Dang Sabahlai Ngoni Bandela Me Kadinji Dala Jenan Zaduso Tusun Sanje Tamje Dang Sabahlai Ngoni Bandela Me Kadinji Dala Jenan Zaduso this so that and you talk about Chevelle, the Yala Dumba Chawas, and that Delaya, Tene, Dungi Nagala, Lama, the news map, Pamari, Loma Chamala, Sangha, the churches, and between some Jimmy Chabecon, the Dingy Pumpushin, but the Muslim to Shui, Yambe Mavaze, teaching and Dada, Tayeve, Simjan Tamji, Kerne, and the Yala Dumba Chigu, years, and the Yala Dumba, Dame, the Mango, already did. Mixing ngane songbe yala timba yimbare eni tela tambo de yala tambo de diwasha ba yimbare diwasha du kabya eni topsi go ni sha go yo tengi topla ta sosin dungi nangala ya lama de news me be fama de lo ma chuma sanja da shu sembe so je sam mi che ko ni shu ba tengi top tene de janga da shisme ta je ko ne sara ko thoma me ba na sabe Didi Tamji two Kondu Somata Vikisum Chabucheba and number Sunji Metop. Sinja Sola Vajan Divale did of Name Mijinamba Nyambo Kundu Chebetop. Tedar Jebe Didi Sidarsian and Tangan Yamba Nyamba Sorchubetop, the Toshi Sangakone, then Shabashi had the Yala Tambore. Then Yala Niba the Kiwala Jesu Iran Yalas and Sanja the Sujusum Banyendu the Ransangela Soba Pave Consultava Nanda. Society or Ranida Jebe, Dona Gele, Kanda Kansa, what that Tamjela, Tado, Jansam Lasova, Mebetan, the Jesu Ira, Cheba Ina in the Ralaya, so Jasimbo Zogi or Tindi, than Niva de Jesu Ira Yalare. Then the Sumbadi Tandam Chanjuki Sam, Chanjuki Samla, Kunzu Chanjuki Samda, Tandam Chanjuki Sam, Ni Sumbare. Then Tandam Chanjuki Sam said the Kardis and the Shetamji Nilu Tongbani, Jebeta Tamjedan Chawa, De Imbare. They in the Shogakon Sungayo Mariti Inayanda, Sangha the Chanju Sambandam Jit, Samotombani Gitula Nyambar Shane, Ti Tungombar Gunda Zeba, Teshindu, Dargeja, Tandam Chanjuki Sam, Muji Gomni, Tawar Shagi Yamba Tamja Shebatelea. And Tanda Chanju Samsung in last somebody. And then Shivadi in the Capsudare, two dinners from the Chisajumato Gipato, and the Lam Tamba of Sanjay Kunjo, Lam Shu Kunjo, Lam Devitor, Gindun Kunjo, Capsujo, some of the Jamdu jamdwe yana re. Tene ngawa de ta kunzu shanju ki samla tene membesem da jugbesem niyor. Membesem se de kanji resna ta sanji ki koman thomna chi maru sanji ki koman thoba ngebar du thoba chigu du sabat membesem imba te ne yu chabar jin ki dundu tamja cheje ta nge sanji ki koman chi ne ke thobar chagi yi sabat chebatele membesem ke be yana sumbare. Tene tuba de jubasem ke sir jubasem ke said and membesem ke tabi shugula te tabi toba sanji ki koman ngondu chawe chirdu tene gyase shenjusen bicho balabo chen namla baga chushindu labgui tamade jubasem imbare te indi tamja shebadele ya jubasem kebe yala sumbare indi dimba di tedara diwa shabada gewala jesu irawala soba chebala tene sonam bado meba towa tejedi pamado shu misawa indi shenju chodo dashin simja tamji gitonde lana meba yanda ba zoba sanji ji koman toba shoji nyamba yonsu ngowa de ata tene tijidi ini yana dimba imbare. So now the sevenfold prayer, in order to purify the sevenfold prayer, for sevenfold prayer that you visualize in front of you in the sky, the goddess, one's own root guru, in the form of goddess Parnashavari. Goddess Parnashavari, surrounded with all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and in front of this yourself with all the sentient beings of the 6 realms, performing the sevenfold prayer. The sevenfold prayer, number 1, is to confess all the negative deeds that we have accumulated from the beginningless time until now with the full remorse. And second is to rejoice all the virtuous deeds that once from the beginning with the Buddha and Bodhisattvas and noble ones, as well as oneself and all the ordinary sentient beings, any virtuous deeds that we rejoice, in other words, we full support without any jealousy or competition thoughts. And third one is to hold the absolute bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, or the enlightenment mind, has 2 kinds, the absolute one and relative one. Absolute one is the ultimate nature, ultimate truth of all phenomena, which is the shunyata, away from all extremes. And that you have to realize through meditations, that you can't receive through the rituals. But we make a resolution, we make a promise to meditate on such shunyata. And so this is the holding of the absolute bodhicitta. And then fourth one is to take refuge from this moment until enlightenment is reached, that Buddha as our guide, Dharma as our actual path, and Sangha as our companions. And then the fifth one is the relative bodhicitta. Relative bodhicitta has 2, wishing enlightenment mind and entering enlightenment mind. Wishing enlightenment mind means wish to attain the full enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. And that you make it as a resolution or a vow. Then sixth one is the entering enlightenment mind, which means in order to attain enlightenment, that you are promising to follow the Bodhisattva's way of life. Bodhisattva's way of life, and so that we make it as a vow. And then seventh one is to dedicate the merits by doing this enormous amount of merits that we have obtained before it is wasted. So we must dedicate it, to seal it, so that it will not be wasted, and then it will be increasing. So to dedicate that through this merit may all the sentient beings attain the enlightenment. So with this in mind, that you repeat after me the sevenfold prayer. Ju thabar shende thumo mahimbe soa dewa di jende the yela dimba di jende kunjo sumla tajebchi diwa thamje sosursha doye gela jeirang sanje chanju yigi sung sanje shodan chojola chanju bardo kyasuche rashin dene rabduchir chanju semne jebarji chanju choge semne jejene simjan thamje dagi dundunyer chanju jojo yon jebarji rola pinji sanje drubarsho kunjo sumla tajibchi diwa thamje sosursha joye gela jerang sanje chanju yiji sung sanje cho semne jevarji chanju choge semne jejene simjan thamje dagi dundunyer chanju josho yon jabarji rola pinji sanje drubarsho kunjo sumla tajibchi diwa thamje sosursha joye gela jerang sanje chanju yiji sung sanje chodan chojola chanju bhadu kyasuche rashin dene rabduchir chanju choge semne jejene simjan thamje dagi dundunyer chanju jojo yon jabarji rola pinji sanje drubarasho jebe ju thabar shene thumo mahimbe soa dewa di jende len sumze tusung sanje thamje jingo lama thambe dala pama ridru loma kyome kusung tuji jesu nawa zadu so tusung sanje thamje jingo lama thambe dala pama ridru loma kyome kusung tuji jesu nawa zadu so tusung sanje thamje jingo lama thambe dala pama ridru loma kyome kusung tuji jesu nawa zadu so onda tije di jena ngono re tani jena ngushi le kui jena sungi jena tuji jena sen sumye be na rambo kui jena la da rangi phungam jenji yi zebe ni chö thamje tongba ni to dongjang che nangala ya tin thangba sin de pa chö thamje tongba ni to kyursong samba che tongbe ngale ni kya na khandu ne be khosa le ya pema da dawe jingol ji tan to ne rani lama ridru loma kyoma kundo serbo 샤숨 차추 샤 자샤세보 예샤 karbo yunsha marbo cha ye sumna dorji ne tada da yusumna dorji shabada jibi tingzu singlo sabe changye shu odi zimba shab yebe tingbe ogo kashi yembe shabdi tena chudi keki tana shuba kule nime jingurda be yosir rabdu chowa tenezi kom se tele ne lame tuga ne yosir che ne tene choju sangye da choju samba tamje ki tuga ne lama rizho tuji shilatunji lama rizho lama cheme kuyi namba samji michaba tawa choshi samje par tawa parsum tamje ne duyi ne rangla timbala tene rangi gyula ene kuyi shilatunji jukso nyambe meba chaya imbare. So now this completes the preliminary part of the initiation. Now the main part of the initiation has three parts: the body, voice, and mind initiation. So the first body initiation, that you dissolve everything, all the skandha, all the aggregates, everything into the emptiness. Out of emptiness appears a lotus and moon disk. On this, your own mind, your own consciousness in this form of seed syllable, yellow syllable, pam. And from that, many light issues out and purifies all sentient beings, make offerings to all the noble ones, and then the light returns and absorbs to you to the seed syllable, and due to this, then yourself now appears in the form of goddess Parnashavari, who is in yellow color with the 3 face, 6 arms. The main face is yellow, right face is white, left face is red, and each face has 3 eyes. And the first right hand, 3 right hands. First one is Vajra, second one is axe, third one is the arrow. And the 3 left hand, the first one holds the lasso with a threatening gesture, and fresh leaf using as a fan, and then the bow, and she wears a flower garlands and jewel ornaments, and the lower part of the body is with fresh leaves, and the right leg is on knee down and closes the bottom, and the left leg is pressing down open the spirits, and from the body many light issues out, and then from the Guru's heart many light. The Guru is also in the form of Parnashavari. From his from the heart syllable many light issues, and involves all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas who are residing in 10 directions, all of them in the form, their body blessings in the form of goddess Parnashavari in various size, and observe to you so that you receive all the body blessings. Thoma Janangi Shikevele de Miwa Dijendo, Omosomba Shuda Sawa Tamasomba Shudo, She Jevejerano, Humbo Kam, the Chejato Jimimi, the Tombani do Juru Tombe, Le Kerana Hondo Neve Kosar. Pale Pama Kaputa, Ale da Jingurje Dando, Cheranum Jenabra Shebingo, Yige Pami Servo, Tele Surute, Pawachi, Semjingi Tenje, Sudayon Sukuba, Le Cherano, Rishing, Hammer Redemas, Kundo Sarma Shasum Shatuma, Tasha Servo, Ye Shakarba, Yunshama, Chari Rila, Shan Susunda Damba Jinshi Sheba, Cha Ye Sumna, Dorje Data. Sumna Dingzu da Jebi Shaba Shinglo Sabe Shundam Zimba Medogar Chingbera Vechebenche Rambuji Genji Shinglo Sabe Shando Sova Shabi Ye Dingbe Oga Yembe Shabdi Tana to the Keki Dana Shubakule Nime Kingurta Sercho Di Daram Jimbara Tugarahon Lovenji Tugane Sebe Yeta Shaja Sanja da Shaji Sambatam Jiki Tugarbo Betam Jiki Tujuku Tugane Tunisumeve Ishi Jungo Imbala Namba Pama Rijo Lamaje Meku Teme Tame Samji Mishaba Chan de Charano Jukulu Latimbe Jishinje Lavje Nyambe Mevado Banashara Zotorabasha Manazo Banashara Zotorabasha Parnashavari Prayer, Parnashavari Tata Vishaya, Tata Jeve, Jumden Deme, Kuishra Shu, Luji Kwana Sabe, the Ruta Jishaja Davos, Luji Jumden de Jikuta, Nivanyamber, Shinja Lava in Yamdo Meva. So in this way you receive the body blessings, purifies your physical obscurations, and one's body is blessed, same as Arya Parnashavari. Now for the voice blessings from the Guru's heart, a mantra rosary. Second one, while the original was remaining in his heart, second one issues out and came out of the Guru's mouth, enter into your mouth and made the circle in your heart. So with this, that you repeat after me the mantra. Jesu debe lungele do lobenji tuka sabe nganda na jebale nganda niba chung lobenji shane tuen kiranam ji shatu shu tuke sabenji tar kebe meba jela medo da je thamu jade dijen de bishazi Parnashavari sawa zora pasha manne soa bishazi Parnashavari sawa zora Pashamani soa bishazi Parnashavari sawa zora Pashamani soa Tedale sumdeve thabishin gelo vanibe yemeduche sumbe dambar chebe lobana medo torshin badaji di jendu chumden dagi sunlaji chumden dala shingelo Jumden dagi sunlaji Jumden dala shingelo Jumden dagi sunlaji Jumden dala shingelo Lobenji jamedo ki tawanga sushite jarangi chiori shaji shingela veme badu Pichatu bada shawara tawa toro vishimana sushite bada shawara tawa Jumden dila zalaji dila goa zeduso ngaji nguru zawa tanga tushu dema zeduso jumden dinara zalaji dinara goa zeduso ngaji nguru zawa tanga tushu dema zeduso jumden dinara zalaji dinara goa zeduso ngaji nguru zawa tanga tushu dema zeduso rikwa zimba dinam jijila Mama did Loma Jameson, Sangha Jichin Loma, Riva Jubari Churji. Now promise to hold Parnashavari as your deity from this moment until enlightenment reaches, that you repeat after me these lines. Tamja Lungila to Tuyatane so the Chajumato Kipardo. Pamarido Loma Kyoma Idam do Zinyambe Kone Dijen de Lobo Gonsuso Rangi Tene Mede Ta Ming Dishigive Tuyatane Sunde Sisi Chanju Nimbola Shiji Pardu Pamarido Loma Kyoma Idam Jilhar Sunwar Jivo Lobo Gonsuso, Ta Ming Dishigive, Tu Dine Sunde, Sisi Chanju Nimbola, Shiji Bardu, Pama Ridu, Loma Kyoma, Idam Jihlar, Sunwar Jivo, Lobo Gonsuso, Ta Ming Dishigive, Tu Dine Sunde, Sisi Chanju Nimbola, Shiji Bardu, Pama Ridu, Loma Kyoma, Idam Jihlar, Sunwar Jivo, Tedar Jeve Jumden Deme Sungi Chilashu, Ngagi Kwana Sabi Dipu Taji Chashin Tabarchi, Nga Jumden Deme Sunda Nuba Nyambar, Singe Lava in Nyamdum. So in this way you receive the voice blessings. It purifies your voice obscurations, and one's voice is blessed so that one can recite the mantras. Then now for the third initiation, the mind initiation, the Guru's heart, many lights issues out, and front creation. It touches front creation. Front creation was also our Parnashavari, Goddess Parnashavari, and from her heart, her own non-dual transcendental wisdom in the form of a thumb-size Parnashavari image issues out and came right on top of your head and came down and absorbed to the seed syllable palm and become indivisible. And then yourself, in the form of Parnashavari, colors and images very clearly visible, yet it is a devoid of self-nature. It is just like a reflection in the mirror or rainbows. So on this you concentrate, and the seed dissolves into light and absorbs to you, and your body also all dissolves into light and absorbs to your seed syllable palm. And seed syllable palm also becomes smaller and smaller and finally vanishes, just like the rainbow vanishes, and then you remain in the shunyata, away from all the basic clear light, shunyata, away from all extremes and away from all activities, and which is the nature of, ultimate nature of all phenomena. So in this state, you meditate for a moment, is receiving the wisdom, transcendental wisdom initiation. Chingelabe lungela de migwa de jundo de lobenji tugane yosutrebe dungi ki tugarpobe tujugude tunisumebe isijungo Shamden deme ku tepsurji setsambare tugane jangji shede chomba keranamji jiwone timde tuge sabionda yermedu külbe mebache diingane lagu nangla rashimeba melonang sungnyenta bula yi cherji debe rangi lagu dandan cheba yosurji nambar kyude tuge sabionla tim sabion teya chishun cheta kyude tar nangala jayawata kyurbala tena sunzin yinangi dubi shotamji Ranshingi mamibe toni yosa trebe tatamche tatrawa nagatebu gyula chebremede chungsere nyambara jobara sho. Tadarjebe jumden me tuji cheloshu semji konda sabedi rutamji sashin tabarche sem jumden me tudan nyuba nyambar shinge laba nyamdo me warzu. So in this way you receive the mind blessings and it purifies your mental obscurations. One's mind is blessed, same as the transcendental wisdom of the ayah goddess Parnashavari. So with that we completed the main part of the initiation, and now before we make the conclusion, I will give the Vajrakilaya cargo blessings. As Vajrakilaya is very powerful deity, it is came from the Guru Rinpoche to the current lineage and right up to now, with the great blessings, and has long story about how powerful it is, and so this is very helpful to pacify the obstacles in general, and especially the pandemics. So you all will concentrate and receive the blessings. Tatene di jenang rimba tubare, tatene ju madu konlia, ane teshi kansa, pube kago shigi, the puba di guru rinpoche ma koyong rimba gyuche, koyong gi dungju dang, shögi jubani, nyamdo param hajeba, chungje shiraga shilab shimbore, 대인도 전 지리 가진 파제 탐지 세야다 라버토에 다가 단다 내암기 겜베 미망부 강아요 인데 인디전 대다가 없으니 파지 게는 도지 프베 자르신 소아르 파지 가요 바탐지 도지 프바 거네 인도 소아들 인디전 이 자란저 투 간소르 미관나 제닝아 등의 프베 가고 등이 Om sumba ne sumba hum hum be om garana garana hum hum be om garana bay hum hum be om ana hum baga be razo om Vajrakilaya so benimena om be de dazara na om be matakorta hungara ungaza gata matakorta bitaya na matakorta nila tala onda Om yamen daga om bazo matakorta ya tala om benimena matakorta engyo lo matakorta para tuda ondri de matakorta mitakundalo tello je bitaya benimena matakorta ma bala om photo hum be bandra yagen hum za bazan bera om bandra midam benza mara ne hung ho jo mara me yo makala to bening za la yam so za la yo ning la je so la chun zda so la dong re ning da so la shi ning ta za ro shi gu nya so da de me chire ga ga ma Parmanda ne hum be yang da bon zo bu san ji shu gu du so bu long gu do ji so ba to go ma ji ne ko lo so ko do ji ji ko shi ra yun de ko tu yo 저도 저렇게 계속 교동한 바보 근사절로 걸어서서 그거 저거 사제부 좀 공간이 뭐 로버는 뭐 저서는 근지들은 뭐 저거한테 근시저 사제 vend다 그거 뭐 치자고 그거 왜너 불로 먹은 거 저라서 전된 간들 cambarin 지전 시절만다 무슨 년들 나중 거 텐데 대신 시지하고 뭐 거듯이 않나 가지고 다시 자고 싫어진다 자는 거 간장하고 뭔가 엉거리 지장 손나온 뭔가 잡아들을 정고 것은 거 손나온 지가 저거 거듯이 이자야 손나는 지 사지고 거를 되져온데 좀 배면 되는 지가 엉거리서 대신을 저거 거니 자주 들려는 저다가 진짜라만다 버진다 찡고리 잡서 잡다 걸는 거 봐서죠 좀 뭔가 잘라만 터지 좀 예전 도지 좀 나그가진 저다시 잡이자도 봐서 뭐가진 총만마지 비상한데 다단 다자가 진짜라만다 미로베 켜로다 소지된 뭐 컨수식이 잡으린다 찡고 잡서 잡다 걸고 kenjen tamje jembo doji jang all de shemening botashi trabe janzu barsa bokatin suma majibi shangane jibatu jubi zawa de yuberjebe badalama tamano do sa shinang yidum shiroran jum denson tamjin jazu zago tan jebonam chadan baten no dang den sa dan yugerjin ne ba odlo da sada yin ne ba pardin jombu jazin yin ne ba so dan gajin barji medim bichadu Nyawashiji tinje tsada sonda baadun jomba khorda lonje shamniji chanchugi samra sobanan dawa yajin wadar khande peshin kede. Sambe tendamje shodan nembar yishindu tribi trilada tongzho jachumbu zene tui tatu sonwada kyabadan bawadan gobe trilada man zato. Gyawasije deme shirada trajabda rishindu ndu rawadinu dawa sunzi dendo suki nemba machi jomba zara jara jomba Vajrakilaya jomba zomba Vajrakilaya jomba se keri tongra ji shiwa de midin ne bejen da tawa de batu ji besun so tashi tijan tandr de le sho ma no da yo ji twa me yo do shimi danji wan jen do parjes ba man jun ne ni de tandon jabar so da lo me so da zo ji me ni ji me ngo zo ma maran ji de ama gor de bin jan na yo se de la jan se den jan da wan de ne me de 대화처럼 요즘에 다시 대장단들 대래쇼다 디가고 차라니 다된다 가사 데 나도 긴dimba 가지기 에는데 물람 소리 문지 소리 지트로나스 지트로지스 송구도 땡에지 된마지 얘기 꿰접 체제 대마도 마지 디거래 데데야 되게 롱지만 된게 Somden de Pama Lojoma Soa de Bajiba Kunjo Mashaja Shuso, Namo Parnashavari, Sansum Tibet, Lijen de Lojama Shajasun, the Tobashi Tadani, the Shuna Samba, Yiki, and the Caption Troju, the Gola Meshuda Vasishin, Chela Soa de Vajala, and the Jibokun Lecture, Lojama Jiru, Mr. Indigenous Tadin, Trusal and Zinia by a Chavis, you the Lodge. Jibokun Lecture, Lojama Chabartoi, Tuki, Juma, come Queen, and Trugwe. 초림 신이다 뒤미 시외 내사 강화에 지고군을 조실로지만 미담이 내지sem됨 삼주쯤에 슈루 시수조 제수 제외 다수 넘버이 민외인수 조실로지만 달지좀 하마로지만 지지 교회 예수단 되는 손데 슈고 마도바 조근 체지 제수 성교지지바된 중앙 쪽으로 무시죠 캠봉아 저서 간전 킨루트된 첼레 킨루 캠벌리 자연을 캠부터는 이마 별로인데 서버 견주 손으시 Kendizera Julutu Tamachi Yu Saja Shogar Dujin Tidar Kushi Tenju Kumana Shipama Namachuma Tishi to Soatam Saja Tishin Hong Java Titishin to Chubar Joji Ku Tatjida Kazakwana Kuranzu Tundu to Sinaga Mato Shem Jida the Dile Zasha and the Trushan Tampon Jabusun Saja Nedroma Singing Melam Yorba did the Pemasi Pension with India Tata Samsara in the theatre to Kanda Keshi Shuda. 다시 혼도 쉬버나시 단대 말한저 두갑 년단제 지다제 디갑려야 선주 상부시고야 빼마시 계신버래 선바 상부샤바이나 텔라테네 인데 차다 윤기 렉조 탐제데 텔라테네 용구요래 삼방 남바 창바이나 란션 참말로 인데 풍을 줄고요 근데 인데 자네 란데와 다데와 데반남기 인데 뒤 윤도 파게 심지 상부 Rani Dunga Middivision, the Simpson the Doza Tamji, Dunga Middivision, Shada Imber. Rani Deva Division, the Simpson the Doza Tamji, Deva Dunga, Shada Imber, Tende Inditale, Susigo, Deva Dunga Masambache, Simpson Tamje, Harvard around the Chile, Yeveta, Meat Sembe, is Simpson to talk about Tija Tamje, Pembe Samba, Ring the Bejangua, the Pe Masi Kesumbury, Tejana in the Chayungi. 미딘비 규조 타다는 예바도 저와진 연구를 상기도 근데 대단 챕지도 인디다다 리저로마 겸에 단다 제나 센서를 인디자다 대진가 엄비셔스 바나샤워를 서 졸업하셔 만나서 세디 데룬탑타를 대인디 애니 디기가데 가 투두 사바인의 디기 짐네를 네버드 팽기래 근데 대단 챕지도 최den시아도 저 계신보다 양아 장지고 애니 팽기래 센투스 레아르스 대는 지기야만 가서 미기체 투야데 참은 미기체고 미기체 맞으버데 있는 하다라말에 예접주시고 근데 인디산지 가서 최den시아 지조 장제시아다 카레크야 라바트야 인 미조 망베질이야 문로야로 써봐 디제 최den시아데 예버도 삽소시고데 백해진부도 디토라야 있는가 다야다 Sumbatayada, and Dimension Shiada, Gongo Kapjada, Kandazi, Tashi, you could try to Sheval Dene, and the name the time, Zumbling Dine, never swears, she catch him Persona, and then Samalog tools up and down. So now with this we concluded Parnashavari initiation and Vajrakilaya cargo blessings and the prayer that I wrote for to pacify this specific pandemic. So we completed now all of the teachings, and main thing is to always to hold the good mind, kind mind. As ourselves, we wanted to be happy and we wanted to be free from sufferings. All sentient beings also have the same thing. So it is not right just to think about your own well-being, your own suffering, your own happiness. You have to think of all sentient beings, especially those who are surrounding you, human beings, animals, and every living beings. So if you have this mind, then all the benefits and happiness will rise. And if you have an unkind and angry mind, then it is very harmful to yourself and to others, everybody. So therefore, we must not, we must abstain from the non-virtuous thoughts and try to generate the virtuous deeds. And then also, we must follow the practical parts like social distance and washing hands and wearing mask, and not to go to the where there are lots of people and so on. And plus reciting mantra. Since you received the Parnashavari initiation, you receive the mantra blessing, so you recite the mantra and also wear the talisman, and then take the blessing pills and take the vaccines and everything. We do everything. Then definitely we will be able to overcome this pandemic. And so with that we conclude. And now the conclusion part is mental offering and dedication of prayers. Dona tedagi nega sutobjin kelambe tamjidan dambe chalo sungdom tsushin di jinyambe kone di jendu len sumzu zoyo chidargaza ba teda tamje dagi ji zoyo chidargaza ba teda tamje dagi ji zoyo chidargaza ba teda tamje dagi ji tamji didi jimbar kelani jana samu lebar tobe kani daragi mi de mende shimbu arshu Adenye tusun sanje tamje jengo tsome paden lama tambe shangane jena samo levar tabe katindara yene jinje rao jadar mende do mazulu lonjo tamje galo la tulende bot shashene shala ronja do sonyambe kone dijende jalen sumze tene tamde datendo Kela dani bula na keji lomar songa dang chayi jani jadu so tene zamde datendo Kela dani bula na keji lomar songa dang chayi jani jadu so tene zamde datendo Kela dani bula na keji lomar songa dang chaye jane jedo zo denam ji jesu nawasam lewar futu wala di ko na rashin ki den ja chumbu ji ne ja je to wadan tele chum ge wa sa sa ban ke chanju ning bor yon so ngo wa len ji do je wara ju so nam de nam je se wa ne tam ne ne be tan de ga na ji ba long to wa se be so le do jo jambe ba chi da jem ba ta kon do sam ba te teda kunji je so da lo ji gyo de da tam je ra do ngo tu sum she be gyo ngo ka la cho do nga ba de da ge ke we sa wa de sam bo je ra do ngo ji dam ba ji den kam su dam ba ni shin do sa wa dan den jin pe lo kin din tim dam ba yu ni ne be ta shi